Good morning and welcome to Wake Up to Broker Up with Mark, episode number 25 for 2025. Today I'm going to talk about advertising. Yeah, it may take me a couple of episodes to talk fully about advertising because guess what? There's a lot going on in how you're advertising properties and what you're not doing that you should be doing. Bad habits creep in, unfortunately. So I'm going to tell you a story. And here's the story. One of your fellow Atlanta Communities real estate professionals was talking in a mastermind group and talking to the members of the group. And one of the members happens to be with another brokerage. And that agent is recanting a story about that agent's listing and a situation that happened with it. And what happened was the listing agent with the other company gets a call from the owner of the property, the seller, and says, hey, who is this person that videoed my property and then put it up on the neighborhood website? Who is this person? To which the listing agent said, I don't know who that is. I don't know necessarily what you're talking about. And then it turns out that somebody had videoed the property and posted it to the neighborhood website because they lived in that neighborhood. Listing agent didn't know that that was going to happen. The seller, the owner, certainly didn't know it was going to happen. And then I get the fallout from that, which is, of course, they didn't have permission, etc. But it leads to a bigger issue, and that is if you're going out and videoing other companies' listings and then posting them on any of your social media or any other type of website, you can't do what you're doing. I know you're doing it and you're looking around and you're saying, well, there's all these big practitioners, Mark, and all these other gurus, and I'm hearing about it being taught in classes, and I know other brokerages are encouraging you that if you don't have listing inventory, just go get a listing and go out there and put it in. No, because the Georgia Real Estate Commission has rules and regulations as it relates to your license. I was going to say license law, but that's not necessarily true. But the Georgia Real Estate Commission has rules and regulations regarding advertising. And the first rule of advertising is you have to have the permission of the owner. So some listing with some other company doesn't give you the ability to have permission from the owner to shoot your own video because you're out showing property, or you're holding an open house, or you're attending an open house, or you're attending a caravan, and then for you to go out there and then take that video and post it everywhere. And then again, when you do that, you're also not giving credit to the listing broker and the listing brokerage and the contact information. It's not IDX compliant because it didn't come through the system. You see where I'm going with all this? And it's, of course, not a problem until it's a problem. But now it's a problem. Now it's been brought to my attention, and now I'm going to bring it to your attention as well. Advertising is a big deal. Why? Because the Georgia Real Estate Commission has rules and regulation regarding advertising. And the first one is the permission of the owner. Notice it says permission of the owner. It doesn't say permission of the seller, nor does it say permission from the listing agent. It doesn't say either one of those things. It says from the owner. You're not getting permission from the owner to shoot a video of their property, especially when it's somebody else's listing. And then you're going out there and putting it on the internet and not giving credit to the listing agent, listing brokerage. When you advertise a single property, you have to put all this information on there, and none of that's being done. It's going to be a problem. And for some of you who are doing this, you're going to say, but Mark, yeah, I got all that. But it doesn't say unless, of course, you feel like it, and then you can just do whatever you want to do. Doesn't say any of that. So we're going to start having a primer about what it takes to advertise real estate in the social media, because social media is certainly covered. In fact, all internet advertising is covered as well. So get ready, buckle up. So what happened in that situation? The agent that took the videos of the property took the videos down after I talked to the agent and after I educated the agent. So, is there a way to do this? Sure, there is, and that is as it relates to Atlanta Communities listings, not other listings from other companies. And then further, you really need to get written permission, even at Atlanta Communities, from another Atlanta Communities listing agent. You need to get written permission, i.e., either more than likely an email from them saying it's okay. But it was even better if you get them, is it okay with the owner if I shoot a video of your listing, to which then you get an answer, and at least that's much better than not having that answer in case Georgia Real Estate Commission comes knocking on your door. It's a big deal. It's going to get a bigger deal. I'm going to make a big deal out of it. We're going to talk about it maybe for the next couple of episodes. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your weekend. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.